Okay, welcome back everyone. I'm here at the range with this M91 Carcano single shot Enbloc clip adapter, which I bought on eBay. And I think this is gonna be an amazing tool if it works properly. This is 3D printed and it's from MVU Arms. And this is either for a 6.5 Carcano or a 7.3 Carcano cartridge. And so today I'm gonna be shooting 7.35 out of this model 1938 Carcano. Now, why would I need one of these, and why is it that this exists? So, starting from the beginning, the Carcano loading system requires the use of an Enbloc clip, which is one of these right here, and it holds 6 cartridges tightly together, and it's also noted that they are interchangeable with every Carcano variant for logistical convenience. So even though this is a 7.35 Carcano Enbloc clip with these cartridges, this Enbloc clip will also work for 6.5 Carcano cartridges. Again, that's just for logistical convenience when the military was designing these systems. Now, the Enbloc clip system was originally adopted as a fast way of loading magazines, and which some would argue is faster than loading with a stripper clip, and certainly faster than hand loading a magazine. So in the magazine of a Carcano rifle is this spring-loaded arm right here. And this pushes against the cartridges. You can kind of see it running down here, and it's pretty, you can push it down with your finger, but here are 6 cartridges in a Carcano Enbloc clip, and you'll put it in the magazine and there will be a lot of resistance here. Now, when this pushes against the cartridges and each round is fired, the spring is obviously going to force the next round up until there's only one round left. And when the last round is fired, this Enbloc clip right here, which is held in place by a small retaining hook in the back, the empty clip will fall out of the bottom once the last round is fired. So you can see this, there's a hole right here, and which makes sense. And so, with no cartridges blocking it, of course, it will simply slip between the thin spring arm. Now that's great, but what if you just wanted to load one cartridge at a time into your rifle? Couldn't you simply put one round into the receiver and then slam the bolt shut like that? Well, actually, if you do this, you might ruin your bolt head and your extractor. So the Extractor Claw, I'll show you here. So looking at the bolt of a Carcano, we see the bolt head and the extractor wraps around the entire front here like this. So slamming your cartridge head on into the front of it could bend or break your extractor altogether. You don't want that to happen. So the cartridge, essentially when you are moving it forward in the magazine, it's picking it up from the bottom and pushing it up with this, this spring-loaded arm. And so basically, what this tool does is it replicates that process of the spring-loaded arm pushing up against essentially a Enbloc clip and control feeds it into the receiver without having that slamming motion on top of your bolt head and potentially breaking your extractor. So it essentially thinks there's a full clip in the magazine. So let's go ahead and load this up. You'll go ahead and insert this in just like you would a normal Enbloc clip until it clicks on the bottom there, and then you'll go ahead and place a round on the top like that. Again, there are a lot of different Carcano variants out there, but fundamentally they're all the same. So I'll be using my, again, my M38 Carcano for the purposes of this demonstration. So I should be able to use this single shot Enbloc clip device interchangeably with all different Carcano variants. So what I'll do is I'll take this, and it even comes with some directions here. It's kind of self-explanatory, but open the bolt and insert the adapter as you would a normal Enbloc clip until it locks. So we'll go ahead and follow the paper instructions here just because it's a little tight. It clicks. Put a cartridge on the adapter bed, which is what we've done, and then close the bolt shut. So of course we'll have our eyes and ears. To remove the Enbloc clip, press the release button at the bottom here. Use your hand on top of the adapter to retain it and avoid being ejected too far. Being lighter than the cartridges, the stronger spring follower can make it fly a good distance. So this little Enbloc clip, 3D printed Enbloc clip, actually worked quite well. And there are situations where I'm at the range and I only want to shoot a couple rounds, or I may be low on ammunition. I don't want to shoot the entire full Enbloc clip of 6 cartridges. Or you have a buddy at the range, or you're taking a friend out and they want to shoot only 2 cartridges. What do you do with the rest of them? Well, they're kind of useless if you're not going to fire all 6 of them at one time. So these little, I know it's a minor inconvenience, but these little 3D printed Enbloc clips are actually kind of useful in a lot of different situations. Furthermore, this kind of speaks to the improvements that 3D printing is bringing to the hobby, and how it's making useful things that would otherwise be very difficult to produce. I guess you could make these with a CNC machine, but you can make this in, I'm guessing, 15 minutes on a 3D printer, which is very, very, very useful. This says on the body here, it says from MVU Arms, made in the United States. Again, I got this off of eBay. Single load block version 2, 6.5 or 7.35 Carcano. Oh, it also says 8mm Carcano. I guess there are Carcanos that were converted to 8mm during World War II, which is actually quite useful. I don't own any of those, but if you do, this block will be very helpful. But anyway, this person also makes these 3D printed clips for Mannlicher M95s, French Berthier's, and a few others. And I think it's pretty ingenious, and you can find them out there if you look. But thanks again for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the show. Go check out these adapters. I don't know anyone else who's used these, but they are pretty ingenious. Thanks, guys.